Look. I didn't bet it over 10 grand, right? Look at his. He didn't bet it 3,000.
What? Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Snacks coming at y'all with another banger. I ain't gonna lie, that sounds so corny. I gotta come up with something. If y'all like know a cool intro I could do with my name,
here's the forecast for tomorrow. Look for.
Anyway, like I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted. If y'all have a intro idea, just leave it in the comment section and I'll take it into consideration. But anyway, back to the video. I'm not sure if you're like aware of this like recent epidemic that's been going on where everybody around my age, but a lot of young adults have turned to sports betting as some sort of, I want to say entertainment, but I don't think it's like entertainment. I think it's like a get rich quick scheme to describe it the best. See, now there's a big problem with a lot of people getting trapped into doing this sports betting. And the main reason is because sports betting is not meant for you to win. But I won $400,000 last week on sports betting. Okay, two things. I know that's probably not true because 3% of people who sports bet or profitable. That means if I was to pull 100 people, 3 of them would be profitable from sports betting. So I guess I really have 3 reasons why you know that this is not really made for you to win. Do you think if everybody on the sports betting app was consistently winning, that the sports betting app would exist? Because that would mean that these people literally created this app just to give money to you. And I'm not sure if you know the first thing about business, but creating some sort of business where you just give money to the customer doesn't usually lead to a lot of like longevity. The third reason I know it is not meant for you to win is because if you win too much, they ban you off the website. And that kind of goes into what I was just saying about like, if they made this app just to give you money, they would not make any money. Therefore, it would be no reason for it to exist. Sports betting is literally the same thing as a casino. And what's the famous line for casinos? The house always wins. I hope you know, even if you won $300 yesterday, $400 yesterday, they know it's a very high likelihood that you'll get that right back. That's why people who win like $20,000, $30,000 off these lucky bets aren't banned, these like 26 leg parlays. And why would you even bet a 26 leg parlay? Bro, I couldn't even bet for like 3 different things to happen because the likelihood of that is so low already. And yes, I know it's not actually 26 leg, but I've seen a lot of people bet like 7 to 8 leg parlays and be like, yeah man, if I just bet $5, then I win like 500. Do you know why they entice you with that? Because they know you'll be more likely to put $5 down, because if you lose it, not that much, not that big of a deal, right? But if you just so happen to win this ridiculous bet you just placed, then you win 500. What's the worst that could happen? I've heard so many of my friends say that same old line about, oh, it's just $5, it's just $10, and then that $10 turns to, it's just $50, it's just a quick 100, I can make that back in the day. And when you find yourself betting over and over again, you're playing into the addiction. And do you know why betting and gambling is so addictive in the first place? Because I don't know if you ever felt what it feels like to win, but winning is like really fun to do. Imagine the same scenario I just said a few minutes ago. If you were to put $5 down and win $500 off of it, you would feel elated. Who wouldn't? I just put this money down and I was able to 100 times my money. That feels great. So, of course, if I win $500, I'm going to put more money down so I can have that feeling again. That's literally what your brain does. It chases things that makes you happy, it makes you feel good, and you consistently want to do them again. That's why cigarettes and vapes are so addictive, because they go into the chemical of your brain that makes you happy, which for some reason I can't think of right now. I think it's serotonin. If it's not serotonin, please don't come at me. But anyway, whatever chemical it is that makes you feel happy, cigarettes and vapes use that to make you more addicted. Now again, sports betting is a little different because obviously it's not like some sort of drug you can take. But don't think it's not a psychological stimulant in a similar way. And it's crazy because as much as people like to win, you would think they would realize how much they hate to lose. Again, I feel like the effect most of the time, they try to minimize it by incentivizing you to put these like $5 bets down, these $10 bets down. Because again, then obviously you won't sweat $5 or $10 that much. But when you look at the total amount of money you spent, which honestly, if you're an emotional or sensitive person, you might not want to do because it probably will make you feel kind of sad. You might think twice about putting a $10 bet down. You know what else is hard about losing? If you have been in a situation where you have won on sports betting before and then you go to losing, a lot of the time you will want to, like, I guess, revenge bet, which means that you will basically want to recoup the money that you lost, which, depending on how much you lost, could lead to some pretty disastrous things, to say the least. I actually know of one guy, he got lucky and won like 80 grand on a bet. So then he made a couple of bets. It ended up losing pretty much the whole profit. And now down 80 grand, he's understandably upset with that. So what does he do? He bets big to try and recoup the 80 grand. And what does he do? He puts himself $60,000 in the hole. Even though this sounds crazy to some people, this is not an uncommon story at all. This happens to a lot of people. And the reaction that he had to losing is exactly what they want you to do. Of course, if you bet enough, you're going to have some bets that go your way. But what they're hoping is that you use that money and think of it as like free money because you didn't have to work for it, and you use that money to make more risky bets so you lose it all and give it right back. Seeing my personal friends like do sports betting is like probably one of the funniest things you can watch too, because I ain't gonna lie, it is pretty funny to watch people be so into a game because they put a little money on it. Yeah, they be yelling at the TV and want to break the TV and stuff. We want to tear their mount down from the wall and stuff. If they lose the bet, they are such a bummer to hang out with after that, because they will literally just sit down in their chair, contemplate, and just look at the wall for hours on end, especially if they lose like in the 4-figure range. Oh, they're gonna be a sad person for sure. Another funny thing is when your friends get so sunken in the sports betting hole to where they like are watching these sports that they like literally had never had any interest in before. For now, all they've watched is like football and basketball, and now they're watching like ice hockey and baseball. Screaming at the screen like, "Go Hashi Tashi!"
I'm bad, man. I was looking for on FanDuel. Ain't no games live right now. This the only game live, man. So I had to bet on this, man. I got Hashi Tashi for the win, man. Come on, Hashi Tashi. Hashi Tashi. Hashi Tashi.
Nah, that's actually hilarious. Cole is literally screaming at his TV talking about "Go Hashi Tashi." So as I had this video idea, I thought it would be a good idea to like kind of ask my friends firsthand their experience with sports betting, and I wanted to like see their like total net returns for sports betting. So I will bless you with this clip right here. So to show y'all how much people really have the potential of really losing on sports betting. Let's show them.
Look, I done bet it over 10 grand, right? Look at his, he done bet it 3,000. He's only won $1,300. I won $7,000. Look at his face, look at his face. Losing that. Don't win. Too far, bro. It's right with mine, and I've been gambling like a year and a half beforehand. Which means this never wins. Fucking losers.
What? It's a lot of money lost, isn't it? That's pretty tough, I'm not gonna lie. One more thing I want you to keep in mind about these clips is that I'm 20 years old and my friends are all 20 years old. And legally, you can't get on sports betting apps until you're 18. So that means that they lost this money in nearly a year. I bet you won't buy a course from them, will you? Not to bet. 1 second, mama. Not to bash my friends, but I just want to emphasize the reality of the situation. A lot of stuff they couldn't deal with that bread, but hey, it's a trap that gets a lot of people. So you shouldn't feel ashamed if you like get caught into it or get wrapped up in it, because it's a really easy thing to do. And maybe you do it like trying to have fun or something, but I don't know why you would think that's fun, because I don't think losing money is that fun. But hey, to each his own. But will I be losing money for fun? Absolutely not. If you do decide that sports betting is something that you want to partake in, the only thing I can tell you is that I just advise you to be very careful about it and not to risk any money that you would like possibly need for something else. I guess the best way to describe it is just disposable income maybe. And please don't put your mortgage down on an 8-leg parlay. Again, I don't understand the concept of just wanting to throw your money away, but hey, again, to each his own. If that's something that you enjoy doing, I get it. If you got this far in the video, I appreciate you for tuning in. Please proceed with caution if you do decide to take part in sports betting or any type of gambling. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.